Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, President William Samoei Ruto allies are now regrouping to start respond to Rigathi Gachagua through the mainstream media. And the first man in the interview is one Kapsaret member of parliament, Oscar Sudi. Oscar Sudi, a very close ally of William Ruto. If he will tell you this is what is going to happen in the government, believe it. He even gave us timeline on when Gachagua is going to be impeached. It all happened the way he had predicted earlier. That tells you that this is one of the kitchen cabinet of William Samoei Ruto, where everything is cooked before it comes to the table. This is what we refer to as the group in the deep state circles of William Samoei Ruto leadership under the ruling UDA party. I want the deep state walk. So, on the microphone, live on camera, this is what he's saying. That Gachagua had been given all the responsibilities, the duties in the office of the deputy president to chair cabinet meetings, even PS meetings, though we were told it is Musalia Mudavadi who chairs all the PS's meetings or cabinet. Now, with that opportunity of being allowed to serve in his capacity as the deputy president, according to Oscar Sudi, Gachagua started misusing the opportunity and involved himself in corruption deals. So he was giving orders here and there, directives here and there to the cabinet members, to the PSS that are so beneficial to him, but not really serving the way he should be serving. So the issue of corruption, he said, alianza kupora wizi, giving instructions to deal with the issue of corruption. That means the issue that are beneficial to him directly. My question, are you convinced with this statement from Oscar Sudi? And if you are convinced, how? How are you convinced with this statement that the main agenda of Rigathi Gachagua was corruption, nothing else?
Sote. Nikijia alikuwa anachia PSS. Nikijia alikuwa anachia mkutano ya mawaziri before iende kwa full cabinet. Nikijia alikuwa amepewa kazi zake zote. Nikijia mwenyewe alimessed up. Akaanza kupora kila mahali. Anamwambia huyu waziri fanya hii, anaambia huyu PS fanya hii, anaambia ule sijui fanya nini. Hapo ndio shida yote ilitokezea. Ya pili nikuulize.
Secondly, Oscar Sudi responded to the issue of corruption in State House. Gachagua told the Kenyans that State House is a crime scene, a center of corruption. And he went on to explain in very many ways the government dealings that Ruto has engaged in, even doing business with the people that have been sanctioned by international community, risking the country. Very many things Gachagua has talked about. And he even come out with evidence in most of the things that he has alleged over corruption in the State House. So Sudi was also here to respond to this issue. His attempt is that he wants to destroy Gachagua's allegation, but he has to do it with the truth, come out with evidence of truth. So Sudi responded to this issue. His response, it's very funny. Wewe unajua William Ruto kweli wewe? Unajua William Ruto hapendi upuzi kama hiyo ya mambo ya corruption. Then he has gone on to talk about Gachagua when Gachagua got corruption money. So he advanced his appetite for corruption and started asking the president for more money, 10 billion, give me 10 billion. That he demanded 10 billion. Did Sudi have evidence to back that statement? If these are not just mere allegation, did he have evidence?
Ya pili nikuulize Ngugi. Ukisema ati Ikulu ndio mahali pa kufanyia corruption. Ati surely wewe unajua William Ruto? Wewe unajua William Ruto vizuri? Unajua umekaa naye vizuri?
Yes, mjui vizuri.
My brother.
Namjua kama rais.
Sisi tumekaa na yeye na watu wengi hata wa Mount Kenya watakwambia. Ana time ya hiyo upuzi. Tulipata inji kama iko bankrupt. Watu wengi walikuwa wanajua hata euro bwana tuwezi lipa. Kwanza hiyo pesa ya kupora na hiyo kupanga iko wapi? Huyu kidogo alipewa akatumia mahoteli nini sasa akaingia na tamaa. Akaanza kublackmail boss yake. Mimi nikwambie Ngugi. So unaona mimi naambianga ule goti yangu ile gavana wangu ya saa. Mimi sio mjinga. Kwa sababu ndio barabara itembee huko na vitu itembee hata kama kuna kasoro zake mimi niko na kasoro zangu pia. Wacha raia waamue baada ya kura. Lakini huyu sasa akaanza kublackmail boss yake. Mpaka unafika mahali unasema lazima nipewe bilioni 10 ndio tuendelee. Surely.
There are two things here. Number one, the issue of alleging that Gachagua was corrupt by Oscar Sudi. Number two, the attempt by Oscar Sudi to challenge regarding Gachagua's statement that State House and William Ruto is corrupt. These two. That is what we want to look into. Are you convinced by Oscar Sudi's statement alleging that Gachagua is corrupt? Number two, are you convinced with the Oscar Sudi's statement stating that Ruto is not corrupt and the State House is a free corruption zone? Are you convinced in any way? That is what we want to look into, but I have a quick request. For those who are watching this channel and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to our discussion. Now, when you say that Rigathi Gachagua was corrupt, he was dealing in corruption deals, using his position as the deputy president by giving orders here and there. When you say alikuwa na pora, using the ministers and PSS, you made that allegation. Now remember, Gachagua is not in government. He's outside here, not holding to any position that can undermine any investigation to do with anything he has done in the office. He is out of the office completely. So he has no capacity to interfere with the investigation. Then you are alleging that this guy was corrupt. Alikuwa na pora. Ukishasema alikuwa na pora, why do you want us to get convinced with that statement when you are not prosecuting Rigathi Gachagua? Sudi has not tell us if there is current investigation going on Gachagua. Gachagua left office some good months ago. Why is he not being prosecuted in the court of law? For us to be convinced with this statement, we should see Oscar Sudi telling us that they have investigated this, they have found this evidence, we are in court, he's being prosecuted on this. Hatujaona Gachagua akipeleka kotini. Serikali iko na uwezo, wako na idara zozote za ujasusi, and they have the capacity. If we are coming to speak this in the media, we cannot trust this statement. So for me, I'm not buying into the statement by Oscar Sudi that Gachagua was corrupt. They are in a better position to prosecute him in the court if he was corrupt. They're in a better position to expose him and mention all the corruption deal that Gachagua has been involved in. Hayo kwa ofisi. So for me, I want to treat Oscar Sudi statement as a mere statement. Ama watu waambie ni nini wanaogopa kupeleka Gachagua mahakamani. Ni nini wanaogopa? How superior is Gachagua even when he's out of office? Are they telling us that Gachagua is so much dangerous for them? That even when he's out of office is so much dangerous, they fear him, they cannot prosecute him. We have the Attorney General, the office there, with a batch of lawyers. Why not prepare a case and take it to court if Gachagua was corrupt? To that extent, I'm not convinced. So this is just a mere political statement. If they are here to try and dismiss Gachagua in one way or another, or maliciously damage his name, Kenyans are not convinced. Let them go and prepare and come up with something that is convincing to Kenyans. On the issue of saying that Ruto is corrupt, do you believe that Oscar Sudi has responded to that? When you say, unajua William Ruto kweli wewe, unamjua William Ruto, watu tulikuwa na madeni tumelipa, watu hawakuamini tutalipa. He was trying to bring in the issue of saying that we found empty coffers. Anyone buying into that? Sudi has not convinced anyone that Ruto is not corrupt. He has not. So if he was there to defend William Ruto, we are yet to see any statement that can convince Kenyans otherwise from what they believe about what Gachagua has told them as far as the issue of corruption in State House is concerned. Wakituambia sijui watu fulani kutoka nchi fulani wamekuja, unaona kwa mapicha, na unaona Sudan ina protest, Sudan wanakataa Ruto. Tumeona mambo mengi tu. Ushuru umekusanywa, lakini hatuone jambo la muhimu la kusema kwamba ushuru wetu umefanya 1, 2, 3. So for me, I am not convinced in any way in a statement from Oscar Sudi, Ruto's close ally. I am not convinced. Let them go and rethink before they come to public. This government has been accused of corruption dealings, from fertilizer to many other things. But we are not convinced with the Oscar Sudi statement.